All right, welcome back to another game of AIG Soccer. My name is Brian Haferkamp. I'm the designer and creator of this game. This is a game in progress, a work in progress, brand new. So it's actually progressed quite a bit here, over the last few days. So it's been a testament to the people who are testing the game and a testament to the ability to create a lot of different types of plays accurately and teams and things like that. Just scraping stats, and the AI collaboration speeds things up quite a bit as well. AIG stands for AI generated, so essentially the baseline game engine starts with the AI, and then I work in collaboration with the AI to create a game that people would want to play. And so it's been a successful collaboration so far. So we're going to play Manchester City at Arsenal. I got the 2024 Premier League. So you can see the teams here, little small cards. So it's kind of nice. They all fit on one page. And I'll explain what each of the numbers means. So the game has grown quite a bit. You can see here I got a little something going on there. I'll just have to fix that. Excuse me, but the game it moves generally from the midfield to the attacking third to the penalty box to a shot, if you get a shot. We got our corner kicks. We have attacking free kick and a defensive free kick after fouls. We have some possession turnovers and things like that happen as well, and then we have both a low chance and a clear shot shooting chance. So we've added in this D12. This is from a gamer who he actually helped out a lot with the hockey game as well. But that's what this big number here is. Essentially, and I don't have it here because I didn't print out this one, but I have it on the new pitch, the new play mat. It's down here, and basically you compare these two numbers. So the difference between these two numbers is sort of a strength of team. Obviously these two are the same, so they're a 0, and they're going to be a perfectly 50-50 chance. And basically what that is your midfield battle number. So at the midfield, when there's a stoppage of play and we have to roll off the midfield, a 1-7 is going to go to Manchester City. I'm sorry, a 1-6, and then the 7-12 is going to go to Arsenal. So that'll determine sort of who gets the possession whenever it's not a clear continuing possession. So that's how I'm going to play it. I'm not sure if he necessarily meant it that way, but I'm playing it. I played it as every midfield every time it comes back to the midfield, but that doesn't seem quite right. So I'm just thinking about stoppages of play after a shot. Anytime there's a stoppage of play and it brings it back to the midfield, so the goalkeeper catches the ball and play stops, then we come back and we do that. So there's an attacking number. That attacking number is going to be a +1 added in the attacking third on each side. So for each team, they each have a +1. In the penalty box, each team has a -1 for their defensive number, and then each team on the shot itself is going to get a -1 to the roll because of the goalkeeping. We can see their wins, draws, and losses here, goals for, goes against, and their points for the year. So Arsenal edging out Manchester City just a little bit. It was someone else, though, who wound up winning, who was first place in the league. I can't remember exactly who it was. I saw them earlier. They had something like 86 points. Chelsea was 69. I don't remember who it was. Manchester United just 42 points. Yeah, I can't remember. Liverpool. So Liverpool, they get a 9. They're actually the strongest of the. They have the same numbers here, but they get the strongest number here. This number is taken from a lot of different sources, kind of pulled together into a number, but you can see 25, 9, and 4. 5 wins, 4 or 5 wins better than these two teams. So what we're going to do is we're going to play 20 possessions per half. So that's roughly going to, it won't always come out to 50-50 like 10 and 10 per half, but it'll get us pretty close to that. And you can see here in this first game, Arsenal beat Chelsea 1-0. So a 1-0 win, and they had a goal in the first half. Basically blanked them the rest of the way. Let's roll for the possession. The yellow is going to be the visitor, or the white is the visiting, black is the home team. If they tie, it's going to go to the home team. Otherwise, highest one wins. It'll be the visiting team, Manchester City, who gets the ball first. So we're going to start them out with the midfield control. 4 is going to be offside right off the bat. And so this is a moment where I'm going to roll this die, because it's kind of everybody back to the middle. We're not playing ticks off the clock. We're playing like chunks of time. So with 20 possessions, what is that? It's 2 to 3 minutes off the clock each time. So a 10 is going to go to Arsenal, and we have a 6. They're going this way. 6 is going to be dispossessed, and so that's going to be a 2. A 2 is a bad pass, and the defense is going to start at midfield. So we'll just keep things rolling here, since that would have been not a stoppage of play. We get a 3, a foul during the attack. The attacking team gets a free kick. Is there a yellow card? There's not. And the attacking team will get off the attacking free kick. I'm going to give them the +1 there too. So 10 becomes an 11, which is a recycle back to midfield. So the attackers start back at midfield. A 4 is an offside, so can't get anything going there. 2 goes to Manchester City. 12 is going to be off of the midfield control, a through ball for a clear shot. So all the way through, it gets passed through. We're going to have a clear shot. We get a -1 for the goalkeeping, and that'll be it. So this roll -1, 7 becomes a 6. 6 is a save, and the goalkeeper holds on to the ball. So 5 possessions in, and we've got Manchester City again with the ball. Scrappy duel. The attackers keep possession. A 3, another foul during the attack. This time no yellow card, and so we are going to have an attacking free kick. We'll give them the +1. 5 becomes 6. 6 is a wild shot that misses, and the defense starts at midfield. I think this is going to be a stoppage of play as well. So missed shot. A 9, that's going to go to Arsenal. And a 6 is dispossessed again, so that's actually going to be a tackle. A fast counter attack. The defense starts from the penalty box, so we get a quick turnaround on the slide tackle, and there's a fast counter attack back the other way, so the defense is going to be shooting from the penalty box. This will be a -1 on the goalkeeping, so 4. Actually, it's not. It's a 5 from the penalty box. 5 -1 is 4, so a 4 from the penalty box. Shot saved. A 1 to 3, the keeper holds it. 4 to 6, there's a rebound, and it'll be a hold from the goalkeeper. So a nice save there. Still no score, or almost midway through the first half. Let's go to Manchester City, as they're going to go back this way. 4 is an offside, and so that's that possession. Some of these possessions go pretty quickly. 11 will go to Arsenal, and an 8 is midfield pressure. So there's a re-roll with a -1. So we have a 2 on the midfield. That's a turnover with a counterattack. So the defenders are going to roll straight from the penalty box. That'll be a -1. So a 3 from the penalty box area is a shot on target. We roll off of the low chance shot chart. They need a 10 or 12, 10, 11, or 12. It's a 2, and a 2 is going to be a miss. So Manchester City with some good cracks at it here, just can't come through. They're going to get control of the ball again at midfield. 10 is going to be a clean build up into the attacking third. A 4 is a 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 is an offside trap. We get a defensive free kick. So since we have that chart, I'm just going to do that here. That should be a possession. A 7 on the defensive free kick. Control build up. They advance all the way down into the penalty box. We get a -1 on defense. So that means it's a 4. 4 from the penalty box, shot saved. And that's going to be a rebound. So we're going to re-roll from the penalty box. A 12 is going to lead us to a goal. Perfect finish from close range as they put it in for the goal from the penalty box roll. And that will be no, that can't be it. It's going to be a corner kick. Okay, so 12 becomes, with the defense, 12 becomes an 11. Sorry about that. Wipe that off. It will be a corner kick though, and we have our corners here, so we're going to get a corner kick, and we have a corner kick chart. A 9 is ball cleared to the corner again, and the attacker earns a repeat corner. Counting this all as the same possession, you know, it's kind of a little bit longer here, shorter here, that kind of thing. So a 3 on a corner kick is a dangerous chance. Roll the clear shot chart with a +2 bonus. So that means we get a -1 for goalkeeping, which turns our +2 bonus to a +1. So we're shooting on the clear shot chart. Need a 9 to 12 to score. It's a 7. 7 becomes an 8. And an 8 is going to be just at the top of the save. And that's going to be a rebound with another clear shot. This time it's a -1. 8 minus 1 is 7. Another save. And this time the goalkeeper holds. So fast and furious action there for Arsenal. And back to midfield. An 8 goes to Arsenal again. And a 6. That's going to be dispossessed. That's going to be a tackle with a fast counterattack. And we're going to roll from the penalty box. So we have a -1 to the roll. 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 is going to be a save shot again. And the keeper holds. So that's going to stop action. And we go back to midfield. A 9, this will be Arsenal yet again. A 7 is going to be a re-roll. A 3 is a foul during the attack. Let's see if there's a yellow card. There is a yellow card. That doesn't really kick off anything right now, but maybe in the future, or if you wanted to add players, you could, and then you would need to switch people in and out. So this is an attacking free kick. We're going to give them a +1, so 11 becomes 12. That's a quick restart. Rebound chance. Roll off of the clear shot chart with a +1 bonus. So the +1 bonus doesn't mean anything because we have -1 goalkeeping. So clear shot chart. They need a 9 to a 12. And that is a bing bang boom goal as they put it in from the clear shot chart. And off of the attacking free kick, we get a goal for Arsenal. They take a 1-0 lead over Manchester City. Manchester City looking to get back into this one, but it's Arsenal that controls. An 8 is a re-roll with a -1. Another 8. And that's a 6. 6 is going to be the ball is dispossessed. and that's going to be a tackle with a fast counter attack. So the defense, the Manchester City defense, is going to come back the other way, and from the penalty box, it'll be a -1 on the roll. 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 from the penalty box is a volley / header. Roll from the clear shot chart with a +1 bonus. So that's negates the goalkeeping, and this is a straight up roll. This is a header in front of the goal. A 7 is going to be a save. 4, keeper holds it, and that's a big time clutch play by the goalkeeper. We have 4 possessions left in this one. This will go to Manchester City. 10 is going to be a clean build up and moves into the attacking third. 3 becomes a 4. That's a dangerous tackle near the box. This is going to be a foul, and it will be attacking free kick. So not in the box, but near the box. No yellow card. And so the attacking free kick here, we're going to give him a +1. 3 becomes 4. 4 is a shot under pressure. We roll off the low chance chart. 10 to 12 is a goal, and it is a 6. So 6 minus 1 is 5, and 5 is going to be a complete and total miss. So get a good shot at it, but come up with a miss, and Manchester City just can't quite get on the board, even though they're getting a lot of chances here. An 8 is going to go to Arsenal, and 5 is a scrappy duel. We roll again. 3 is a foul during the attack, and so it'll be attacking free kick. Was it a yellow card? No. The attacking free kick is going to get a +1, so 8 becomes 9. 9 is a foul in the box, so penalty is awarded. And we are going to have a roll off the penalty kick chart. So no yellow card. We got our penalty kick set up here. And the chart at 5 to 12 is a goal, so this is a great opportunity here. So we set up, we're going to have a -1 on the goalkeeping. A 10 becomes a 9, and that's not going to do anything as Arsenal puts in a second goal here in the first half. And the way that Manchester City has not been able to score, that's pretty good distance between the two. So 2-0, and we have 2 possessions left here in the first half. An 11 goes back to Arsenal. An 8 is with the -1, so 10 becomes 9. That's still going to be a move into the attacking third, and that'll be a +1 to this roll. 8 becomes 9. 9 is a smart play. Make it into the penalty box, and we're going to roll. We have a -1 on the roll, so 7 becomes 6, and that's a wild long shot. Long shot is missed, and that's going to bring us back to midfield. So 1 possession left in this one. Let's see if Manchester City can get something going. They can't, and this will be back to Arsenal. A 5 is going to be a re-roll. 6, they're dispossessed. This will be a tackle with a fast counter attack, and we're going to let that, since this is the last one, this is going to be a last breakaway in the first half. We are going to roll, off the penalty box. 11 becomes 10 because of the defense. A 10 on the penalty box is going to be a corner kick. So we get a corner kick opportunity for Manchester City. And let's see how this goes. A 7 is a missed shot. So they get a missed shot on the corner kick, and that's going to be the end of the first half, as they call it here. It's 2-0 or 2-0. And I guess I should put that there. So 2-0 in the at the end of the first half, and we'll start the second half with, I can't remember now who won possession at the beginning. I want to say it was Manchester City, and so that's what I'll say. So it's going to be Arsenal with the opportunity with a free kick to start the second half. A 6 They are dispossessed. That's going to be right back on a bad pass. Actually, we'll keep going. We'll keep going with that. So now it's going to be Manchester City from midfield. We roll again. A 5 is another scrappy duel. 9 is a breakthrough. To the attacking third, they're going to get a +1, so 8 becomes 9. That's a smart play. Gets them into the penalty box. We get a -1 for the defense, so that becomes a 7. A 7 is going to be an off-target shot. And Manchester City getting plenty of shots at it, but they just can't quite get it in the net. And it's going to be Manchester City from midfield again. They move into the attacking third. 7 becomes 8. 8 is going to be a wing cross. Roll 1d6. Enter the box on a 3 to 6 only. Okay, so they don't enter the box. It's intercepted, and the defense clears and possession changes at midfield. So let's keep the action going with Arsenal as they intercept that crossing pass. An 8 at midfield is going to be another roll with a -1. 6 becomes a 5. Lots of play here at midfield. 6 is going to be dispossessed. That'll be tackle. And so the defense is going to start at midfield. This will be Manchester City with the ball. Another re-roll of 4 is going to be offside. So play stops. And it's 2-0. Arsenal over Manchester City. Manchester City with a 5. That'll be a re-roll. An 8 is a re-roll -1. So another 8. That was a 9, which becomes another 8. We got to kind of clean that up a little bit. 8 becomes 7. So another re-roll. And an 11. That's going to be a fast break, rolling off the attacking third with a +1 bonus. They've already got a +1 bonus. So that's going to be a +2 on this attacking third roll. 5 becomes 7. 7 is a shot from distance. We're going to roll off the low chance chart. 6 becomes a 5 with the goaltending. And a 5 is a miss. So that was a lot of action for not much happening. 12, this is going to go to Arsenal. A 7 will be a re-roll. 6 is going to be a tackle with a fast counterattack. So Manchester City with another opportunity here as they are rolling from the penalty box. It'll be a -1 to the roll. 4 becomes 3. 3 is a shot on target. We roll off the low chance chart. An 8 -1 is 7, and that's going to be a save, and the keeper holds on to the ball. Couldn't get much on that one. And about halfway through the second half, we've got a 2-0 lead for Arsenal over Man City. This will be Arsenal with the ball again, and a 5 is going to be a re-roll. 7 a re-roll. 6 is going to be a turnover, as that's a tackle with a fast counterattack, and Manchester City again with another opportunity down in the penalty box. A 5 in the penalty box is going to be a block shot, so the defender blocks the shot, and possession continues from midfield. So it'll be Arsenal with the ball. A 12, that's a really good one. That's a through ball for a clear shot. And so we roll off the clear shot. We're going to have a -1 on this roll. A 6 -1 is a 5, and a 5 is going to be a save, but we got to see. That's a rebound. We get another clear shot. 6 -1 is 5. 5 is another save and another rebound. We get another shot at it. 7 becomes 6. And it's another rebound. Oh my gosh. And a 5 becomes a 4, and finally they miss the net. And that's going to be a stoppage of play, but fast and furious there from Arsenal. Couldn't quite put it in, and that's going to lead us to just 10 possessions left in this one. Manchester City really needs something to happen here. They get the ball, and a 6 is going to be a turnover. So that'll be a tackle with an immediate turnaround to the penalty box for the defense. So 4 becomes a 3. A 3 is a shot on target. This is a low chance. We're going to have 10 to 12 for a goal, and that's going to be a 5. 5 is a miss. So good defense there to get back on the turnover. Only 9 possessions left. Man City gets this one again. This will be a 6. 6 is going to be another bad pass as that one gets turned around. And it'll be Arsenal with the ball at midfield. A 9 is going to be a good build up into the attacking third. An 11, that's a pretty good roll. Free space. Roll off of the clear shot. Actually, 11 becomes 12. 12 is a dribble move. Penalty on the defense. Penalty kick with a +1. So tough one there. So the 11, because they were in the attacking third, they get the +1 with the attack. So that becomes a 12. 12 is a dribble move, a penalty on the defense, a penalty kick with a +1. So Arsenal looking to put this one away. They're up 2-0. They have a penalty kick with just, this is the 8th possession, 8 possessions left. And the penalty kick is a 5 to 12 for a goal. We are going to have a -1 for the goalkeeping. And that's not going to matter. If we take that 1 away, we still get a 5, and that is going to be a goal. So first goal in the second half for either team, and that is a 3-0 lead for Arsenal at home against Man City. 1 to 6 is going to go to Manchester City. 6 is going to be a turnover, though, as we get a bad pass. Possession's going to change at midfield. Arsenal with the rock, and this is going to be a foul during the attack. Let's see if there's a yellow card. There's not. A little bit of frustration maybe. And it'll be an attacking free kick. We're going to give them a +1, so 7 becomes 8. 8 is a cross, finds the attacker. Roll off the clear shot chart with a +1 bonus. So that's going to negate the goalkeeping. So this is a straight up roll off the clear shot chart. An 8 is going to be a save. And that will be a big save as the keeper holds on and gives Manchester City at least an outside shot. 3-0 is our score. Manchester City is not going to get the ball at midfield. This will be Arsenal with a 7. 7's a reroll. 8 is a reroll of -1. 6 is going to be a turnover, and that's a bad pass as Manchester City is going to take over at midfield. A 6, turnover of their own. And down to the last 3 possessions here. Arsenal with the ball. 5 is going to be a scrappy duel. A 4 is an offside. And they blow the whistle dead. Blow the play dead. Two chances left. Man City down 3-0. And no opportunity here to score 3 goals at once. They do get possession. And this will be a 6. That's going to be dispossessed. That's a tackle with a quick counterattack. So it'll be Arsenal from the penalty box. They'll have a -1 here. So a 4 from the penalty box is a shot taken and saved. No rebound. The goalkeeper holds it. And we are down to our final possession in this one. A 9 is an 1 to 7, 1 to 6. So that's going to be Arsenal with the ball. 10 is going to be a move into the attacking third. A 7 will be a shot from distance. This is a low chance shot. Actually, it's an 8, right? A wing cross. Let's roll 1d6 and see what happens. So the crosser is intercepted. The defense clears. Possession changes at midfield. And that's how this one is going to end. So the final in this one is Arsenal 3, Manchester City nothing, as they take care of business on, I believe, a couple penalty kicks. But you could also give a couple of extra possessions in the second half to for extra time. Like if you wanted to simulate a little bit of extra time, because there's bound to be some in most games. So even if you wanted to play 22 possessions, 20 in the first half, 22 in the second, that might simulate just a little bit of extra time. If you wind up with a tie, then you go on to penalty kicks, 3 for each team. If you're still tied after that, then you go on to penalty kicks with a sudden death. That's, if you're in tournament time and you need a winner. If you don't need a winner and draws are okay, then you just stick with the draw. So that is the new game and how it plays. You can see it doesn't take a super long time. I've played 2 games in the last probably 20-25 minutes. And so you got a ton of detail just out of these charts here, and then adding in these teams. These are just your regular teams from the Premier League. So you can see them all there. I just cut them out, but everybody's there. It's 20 teams, and you can see all their ratings. Now that you know what the ratings mean, you can see how good or bad they were. So you get everybody there, and some of these teams, like a +2 on defense, is really bad because in the penalty box you get a +2 to the roll, which is not great. So, but you got quite a few -1s. I don't think there's any -2s there, but there's another. Leicester City is a 2. Some of the goalkeeping is a +1, so on a shot you would actually give them a +1 instead of a -1. So it becomes a little bit easier to score goals. We were obviously playing 2 of the best teams in the league here, and still wound up 3-0, which was a good game. And I expected Man City to put one of those in, but they just couldn't quite get that big roll when they needed it. But if you are interested in playing this game, you can email me at clarkandaddisongaming@gmail.com. I think I'm not a big soccer fan, so if you're not either, this would probably be a really great introduction to soccer. I'm learning quite a bit about the game just from sort of the basics. I also have a more basic chart here that you could use it breaks everything down a lot more basically than all of these other things that are going on. But basically, turnover, you switch, re-roll, you advance to the attacking third. Like it kind of moves you through a little bit easier, and that might be a better introduction if you don't know too much about soccer. You don't really need to know how great these teams are, but you can see these the bigger the number here, the better the team is overall. And then the attack, you want to have a good attack, you want to have a positive attack and a negative defense and a negative goaltender. And so that'll tell you those are the preferable things to have. You can see their records down here, and you can see their points against, up against each other, even if you don't quite know what the points mean. They get points for wins and draws, right? So this is a good start to the game. If you want to play and give me some tips, pointers, maybe there are things on the charts themselves that could be a lot better. So just let me know that too. Again, this is not my sport, and so I'm leaning on other people. I'm leaning on what I read on the internet and just kind of what I glean coming from the AI as far as plays are concerned and terminology. So if there's terminology that needs to be changed, then let me know that too. I'm not offended by that. This is not my game in terms of my sport. So I'm not very offended if you tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. But I want to get it right, and I want to get it into a good place. From what I hear from soccer fans and gamers, there's not a ton of really good soccer games out there. And so maybe this would be a good entrance in there for both gamers who don't know too much about soccer and those who are well versed. So I hope it fits into a similar place as AIG Hockey does, where you can play it without necessarily knowing a lot about hockey. But if you do know a lot about hockey, you can envision a lot of those things happening in front of your face. So And then the addition is the D12. So that's the addition here. And you may or may not have a D12. Don't know. But you can always find them online, an online dice roller. Or you could do like an application for your phone or your device or whatever. And then I'm just using this as a ball marker. You don't need a D4. Although I will give a plug and a shout out for Amazon. So I went to Amazon a while back and bought this. It's a bag of dice, and basically you get D4s, 6s, 8s, 10s, 12s, and 20s. And then you also get these D10s with the 10s place. So you get all those denominations in several different colors. You can see all my colors here. You know, these are just some of them. Some of them are very shiny and transparent. Some of them are just sort of solid, regular colors. And then black and white, obviously. But you can pick up a bag like that for like 15 bucks on Amazon. And I don't know what the name of the company is there. But they're not difficult to find. And you can get lots of, what I like about the colors is you can mix and match the colors of the teams. So I always kind of like that. Sometimes I need it because it helps me keep track of which die goes with which team. But often, you know, it's just nice to have the colors. So you can check that out. Or again, you can use rolladie. Rolladie.net is a great free tool that you can pull up on any browser. And you can set the number of faces to the dice and how many dice you want. And just click one button and it'll roll them all at the same time. So I like that one. I've used it for years, and can use it on my phone, can use it on the desktop or the laptop, either one. So, all right. So here we are. This is how far this game has come just in probably the last 3 to 4 days. And maybe there's farther to go. Maybe there's more to add. I know definitely once you get into adding teams, it's not too far to add players, and maybe for each team I would add one star player, and then that star player on a shot you could either determine, does the star player get the shot, or the star player could get the shot every time, and so you have a +1 on the shot. And you know, that might be a nice little addition to the game as well, that gives your team a +1 on their shots, especially if it's a star player. All right. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, click subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't joined the Facebook page, go over to Facebook groups. It's not a page, it's a group. Go to Facebook groups, look up Clark and Addison Gaming, answer a few questions, agree to the group rules, and I'll let you in. And that's typically where I post lots of stuff that doesn't get posted really anywhere else. Definitely the first place that I post things on social media. My top 2 places are going to be Facebook and YouTube. So, you know, that's where you're going to get the most recent information. So if you're a part of here, or you're over at the Facebook group, you're going to get a lot of sort of first level information before anybody else gets it. And at Facebook, I can do non-video posting. So there are other things too that I post over there, questions or whatever. So you can go there and join if you're on Facebook, and you know, don't spam me with anything or anything like that. It's a private group. That's why I did that, to protect everybody's privacy and just make sure there's no funny business going on. And if there ever happens to be somebody get past the goalie, so to speak, then I usually try to take care of that very quickly. All right, next thing up is probably a proper score sheet, and maybe thinking about putting individuals on the cards. I kind of like the teams. An individual would be one more thing to kind of keep track of. But I like this. I like the way it feels. I'm not a big soccer fan. I love to play it on like the PlayStation and stuff like that, but I are really going back all the way to the Sega Genesis. So I think I was going all the way back there. But I've never been a big on watching or playing tabletop. So this is actually a fun game for me to play. So if you want to play it, again, email me at clarkandaddisongaming@gmail.com, and I will be happy to send you the files as I have them now. I'll even send you the 2024 what is this, Premier League, and you can play with the actual teams. You could also make up teams and do fictional teams now that you can see what the ratings are. The ratings go from +2 to -1, so I cap them at -1 and I cap them at +2. So your +2s are going to be like all world phenomenal, amazing. And then the goalkeeping is capped at a -2, so -2 to +1. So +1 is the worst that you could be. Oh, actually, it's not. +2 is going to be the worst you can be. So, yeah. And again, you can leave a comment here if you want to about the game. You can let me know if you're interested. Is this something? Do you see something that could be changed kind of easily, or maybe not so easily, that would make it a much better game? Feel free to leave those comments down in the comment section below. All right. I think that's it from here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.